What's up, guys? Who's ready to put on a captain hat and drink until we throw up? Because I know I'm not. But you know who is ready for that? You guessed it, it's World of T-Shirts, and it's pretty sad because he's being used for views by a guy named Mr. Based.
Hey everybody, this is Mr. Based and Josh Block.
And that's what brings me here today, because Mr. Based is being exposed by my good friend Powenvy.
I wanted to talk about the World of T-Shirts and Mr. Based drama.
And it is going very viral right now, and everybody's talking about it on TikTok. And Powenvy actually did a stream with Mr. Based and World of T-Shirts about a week ago.
We are live on Mr. Based NYC on YouTube.
And apparently, Mr. Based is not so good of a guy. How surprising, right? Because the other day, he literally just got exposed again for allegedly attacking another YouTuber with a tripod and making him bleed.
Somebody help me! Somebody help me! This doesn't touch me!
But besides that, I actually interviewed Powenvy on his experience with Mr. Based and World of T-Shirts. So without any ado, let's get right into the interview right now. So Pow, what does Mr. Based do to negatively affect World of T-Shirts?
Well, it mostly comes down to the drinking. Like, everyone knows Josh is an alcoholic, and Mr. Based is sitting there handing him drinks day after day, stream after stream. As early as 2 p.m. I saw him giving him drinks at 2 p.m. He probably does it earlier. The earliest I ever hung out with them was 2 p.m. And Josh and Jason, Mr. Based, were both holding Twisted Teas.
So does Josh make the decision on his own to drink, or does like Mr. Based pressure him into doing it?
From what I saw as recent as yesterday on Mr. Base's stream, he was encouraging Josh to drink on stream. Like, and basically telling Josh, like, I need you to drink because people donate more.
He obviously manipulates Josh. So like, what are the other things that he says that he manipulates him with?
One of the things I see often is people will call out the fact that Mr. Base is making like thousands of dollars a day just from leeching off of World of T-Shirts. And when people like try to tell World of T-Shirts like, yo, he's taking all your money, which he obviously is, Mr. Base will come back and be like, well, Josh is very smart. You know, basically talking to Josh like he's a 5-year-old, saying, oh, he's so smart, he knows what he's doing. When really Josh, unfortunately, does have autism, and he doesn't realize the magnitude of what Mr. Base is doing, doesn't realize how much money he's keeping from him. People called out today and said, Josh, how much does he pay you? And Josh said, 50-50. But I don't think Josh realizes that he's not being paid 50-50. I think Mr. Based nickel and dimes him on everything to convince him that it's 50-50 when it's not even close.
Has Mr. Based ever pressured you into drinking or doing anything you didn't want to do?
Yeah. My first day there, he tried to get me to do the green stuff. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that.
Like the Zaza?
Yeah, the Zaza. He tried to get me to do the Zaza, and I did not want to do the Zaza. And I had to tell him no multiple times. And a couple of days prior, he was trying to get me to drink. Just like one sip, just a little bit for the stream. And he knew that I'd been sober for years, but he didn't care about that. He just cared about how much money he could make if I did drink on stream. So if he treats me that way, I can't imagine how he's treating Josh.
He sounds like a really good guy, like a really good one that's not manipulative at all.
No, I think he's the perfect guy to take care of an autistic, alcoholic person. That's very good influence, very healthy relationship.
So when you were with Mr. Based in World of T-Shirts, what was like the worst thing you witnessed happen? Like what was the worst thing he did?
I'd say the worst thing he did, honestly, a lot of things kind of tie up. Yelling at his dog, like extreme, like the kind of shit that you hear when you're in like a bad household, like your dad yelling at your mom type shit, like screaming at his dog, recording in the hospital, smoking cigarettes in the hospital.
He smoked cigarettes in the hospital?
Yeah, they had me film a video where they were smoking cigarettes in the hospital. And Josh, you know, is autistic. He doesn't really understand how bad that is. But Mr. Based was like, let's do this. This is a good clip. And then he was asking me afterwards, like, this is a good video, right? And I was like, I guess, yeah, people probably want to watch that.
Wait, he smoked in the hospital? He smoked cigarettes in the hospital?
Yeah, he got Josh to smoke cigarettes with him in the urgent clinic that we went to check out Josh's skin.
Like inside?
Yeah, it was in the patient room.
And then he wanted you to film a video of them doing it?
Yeah, he had me film the video of them smoking cigarettes, and it's still up on his page, just them smoking cigarettes in a hospital.
What goes through his brain to like think that's okay to do?
Like he was telling me like this is what rock stars do. Like he genuinely believes that they're acting like rock stars.
Oh yeah, Mr. Based. Yeah. So bro thinks he's living a rock star lifestyle by smoking cigarettes in a hospital setting where people are probably sick.
Yeah, there could be someone with lung cancer right next door, and he's
Yeah, that's how you know he's a really good guy. So I know Mr. Based saw that you exposed him all over TikTok, and it's kind of like blowing up right now. Is he mad at you that you exposed him?
Yeah, he sent me a weird text saying like, watch your mouth, little boy, and then like a smiling emoji. And then he also posted a video on his YouTube channel where he describes me as someone who tortures young women, and that I've had my braces on for 5 years because I think they give me clout. when I never told him that.
Is he stupid?
I don't know. I think he's just grasping at straws because like he knows that like I'm not a bad dude. I didn't really do anything. I think he's like so egotistical that he genuinely just blinds himself.
What do you think his end goal is with World of T-shirts? And then what is he gonna do after like something like, God forbid, something happens to Josh, like he can't do it anymore?
Well, we already saw what would happen. Josh cut him off for like a week, and Mr. Base was already trying to get people to like basically expose Josh for being a weirdo, taking his audience, stuff like that. He's a leech who, once someone's done with him, he'll try to drag them down and lift himself up. It's like a guy drowning. He reaches for the first person he can.
Yeah, and I saw that his stream, when you were on his stream, he had like 20,000 subscribers, but there was like 40,000 viewers. How is that possible? There's no way he's clip farming, right? I mean, view botting, right?
No, Mr. Base absolutely view bots. Obviously speculation, but when I say obviously, it's pretty damn obvious. There's view bots in the chat.
I don't think he's view botting at all, man. I think it's actually legit. I think people actually like Mr. Based, and I don't think he's a bad guy at all. I know you were on his stream for a good amount of time. Did he pay you for any of the time that you were there, or did he like give you anything?
We did a stream where he probably made upwards of $1,500, and he tried to give me a sob story about how much money he has to spend on Josh when Josh really doesn't really take that much money because he doesn't know how much money Mr. Base is making. And so he basically like suckered me into only getting like $100. And after I called him out for this, by the way, he said that I should have paid him to be on his view botted stream, which I thought was kind of crazy to say. But with Colin Myers, he didn't play Colin a single dime, and Colin streamed with him for 8 hours.
Did Colin ask for any payment?
Colin's too nice. Colin genuinely was like, it's okay. It doesn't matter what Colin thinks. It's unfair for Mr. Base to have assumed it's okay to not pay Colin a single dime. Because he said Colin makes more than him. Colin shouldn't have to pay, which is just insane.
But I saw a clip of him actually trying to like get Colin to rizz up these two girls. Like, why is he so weird around women? Like, what's up with that?
Well, Mr. Based, obviously, you know, with his history of being a pimp, he's obviously no shining role model on how to treat women. He got banned off Kick for inappropriately touching a woman. That clip's still on YouTube, and it's pretty damn bad. Like, I genuinely like don't like it. It's a bad clip.
At the end of this story, what do you think should be done about this situation? What would you do to help World of T-shirts?
I think it comes down to Josh himself really trying to like get out of that situation. But Mr. Based has such a grip on him that he just manipulates him into thinking whatever Mr. Based wants him to think. So if anything, the only thing that could really help Josh would be some sort of government intervention. I don't know what APS, Adult Protective Services, could do in this situation, or someone else that Josh trusts. Someone that Josh trusts, like a close family member, stepping in and getting him away from Mr. Based, because Mr. Based is downright evil and just using this poor kid, dude. He's 23. And he's basically just being slaved around by this guy.
Yeah, no, I agree that Mr. Base is evil, dude. You just take one look at it. You take one look at his apartment, and you just see like voodoo dolls everywhere. And like, something's obviously wrong with this guy. Something is 100% off with this man. But I get the worst vibes from him. Is that what you got too when you first met up with him?
Yeah, the first night I got there, I didn't want to sleep there, and he was like trying to pressure me into sleeping on his couch, and I literally was like scared. I was like, I really don't want to be here. I want privacy. I told him I just wanted privacy so I could shower and stuff, but I genuinely was not comfortable there.
So where do you see this situation going in like the next year or two? Like, what do you think is going to happen in the long run?
If Mr. Based is still with Josh a year or two from now, I wouldn't be surprised if Josh has some like major medical problems because of the alcohol. I don't want to fearmonger and say that Josh is going to die tomorrow, but I do think that like long term, with how much Mr. Based encourages him to keep drinking and Josh just willing to do it, it is really bad. It's a really bad situation.
So any final things you want to say to the audience and about Mr. Based and about World of T-shirts that the whole world needs to know?
Mr. Based is a really good manipulator. Listen to what he says, and he'll talk about how he's trying to help Josh. Just know that if Mr. Based is responding to some sort of allegation, he's really good at using his words. He's a very charismatic guy. If he says something, try to see what other people are saying before you just trust him blindly. That's what I did, and I regret it so bad because I could have done something while I was still in New York. He says he doesn't want Josh to drink while he hands him drinks day after day, because he wants Josh to stick around so he can keep making money off of him. It's just a really bad situation. Mr. Base is a bad dude. And if you have some sort of way to help out in a way that I can't, you know, I'm just some 22-year-old sitting in my bedroom. If you know of a better way to do it, please do something, because it's bad, dude.
Mr. Based, I have never met you in my life, but you're definitely a scumbag. I would never trust you with anything. Thank you guys for watching. Don't subscribe. I'm a scumbag.
Bye.